We're coming into the grand finale of this. So landscaping is all in completely. 8 zones of irrigation. The driveway's in. It came out pretty darn nice. And everything's a little bit of design in progress. We cut our X's in the concrete on the way up that kind of matches the fence, which ties into all the floors in the house. It's got a diagonal grid through the entire house at a 5x5 that are grouted like huge tiles. So everything's kind of seamless and goes together. We only really have the house, as far as colors go, there's only 3 colors: white, the color of the floor, and then basically the distressed stain, which is all the woodworking, the doors, and some cabinetry and some accessory pieces. The outdoor kitchen is all done like this also, and the beams. We have some Galvalume gutters, huge ones, so that was kind of fun. You don't usually see them put on houses, but I like them just because they're kind of modern, but hold a lot of water. And I think they're timeless. They're going to always look like that. You never have to paint them or anything, and they all look pretty cool as they age. John here is putting the rocks in, a little detail we're doing around the driveway, just kind of helping plan with some of the drainage. Here in Coburg, they want you to keep all your storm water, and you don't want your driveways and stuff draining out into the street and stuff. So when I planned the layout here and the drainage, everything on the upper level all tips all to the edges, and it's got rock percolating all the way around, so all the water up here stays up here. And then when you shoot down the driveway, everything kind of shoots down to this side. And we have, basically it's probably about 18 inches deep and filled with rock all the way down. So the water really never hits the street. See, Will did a little bit of staircase over there, which is kind of fun. He threw his little handyman staircase design in to get up into the maybe future garden area or boat storage or whatever somebody would want up in that area. Be a nice garden with raised beds, maybe for the future. I have some details coming still. I had some metal work made for the gable ends that as soon as I get the paint touched up, when we're finished, they'll go in probably next week. So we had some metal work made for them and the beams, and we had them all powder coated, so they'll look pretty nice. Really nice detail in the house as a finish. The painters got the house painted inside and out now. It's complete. They're now just doing the little detail finish work with the staining and stuff, and you can see on this door here what they've worked on. So, and this is all recycled wood out of our lumber pile. These are all the mirror frames, custom made, that are going to be finished similar to the doors and the fencing. And so I have recycled mirrors I'm going to have cut, $10 a cut, and I'm using mirrors I've taken out of other projects. That are in perfect condition and will, going to be reused again. So instead of hitting the landfill. All the stuff here is all recycled stuff that, a lot of people would have just tossed out, but I save it. It's all dry and in good condition. So up in the attic, that's a huge storage space up there with the heating and cooling equipment, and also the gas or the boiler, which is for the main source of all the hot water in the house, about 250 gallons worth an hour of hot water. So this is going to all be built in. They started getting the cabinets in for the workbench. Here's kind of what our wood doors are, distressed looking. We have a nice clear finish that's going to go over all of them. So they're going to pretty much stay like this forever. Kind of look like driftwood. Coming in here, we got a template coming in today, so all the countertops are being templated and will all be installed next week. So we're just finishing up some of just a few of the details and getting ready for the countertop people. The island is done. Here are some doors we made for it. So when it's all said and done, you won't even know there's doors underneath here, but you got all that extra storage. They still need to be sealed and stained. Anyway, it's the first time I've done this. Again, it's just the recycled stuff that they weren't real long pieces, but they all work out when you have enough of them. And we sandblasted everything. So they'll be in here to stain this next week. Even the top of the chimney over there for the stove fan is going to have the same detail. Let's go upstairs. You can see all these closets are pretty cool. John Rivera's here right now. He's our plumber. And he's getting everything set and finished. He's pretty much the last one. The electrician comes in on Monday, and they'll have all the light fixtures and everything all sparked up and working in here. Well, honestly, everything's done up here at this point. We're just waiting for the countertops, and then the carpet goes in. But the whole house, everything's built in, as I've talked about earlier. The closets are all built in. They got soft closes. I've got to put the knobs on them still, but we've got all the built-in drawers. So I have some pretty nice basic stuff, which is a little, it's got really good storage. But we could critique this. We could have all drawers in here. We could have all shelves in here. You could have tall hanging, short hanging, things for shoes. But it's a nice option. So in a home like this, you pop in and you just put your furniture, and you don't have to. Honestly, you can put a bed in here and a chair. That's really all you need. But no, we're right down to the wire up here getting finished. But as you see, it's like all this wall of closet, this place has just got a ton of storage. This last one here I've left for, it's like for a Dyson vacuum cleaner. So it's gonna be like a cordless, it would be charged, so somebody would have a vacuum that they could carry around and clean the place and put it away. Something light and without a cord. They're pretty nice nowadays. But we're done up here. He's got a few drawer fronts to snap on, the refrigerator goes in, and that will happen as soon as the countertop goes in next week. No, and this is all IKEA. So, most people just set them on the ground and go with them, but when I plan the house, when I design it, I just plan the spaces to hold everything evenly. So then when it's all trimmed out, it's trimmed out just like all the doors. Everything's trimmed out the same in the house. So all of a sudden it's integrated into the design of the home. It's pretty cool. This is what I call pretty seamless in a house, and timeless. You more storage than you need. I didn't think we noticed, but there's a whole nother attic space of, about 144 square feet up, just straight up above the bedrooms there too. And when we have the carpets going in, we've got Karastan carpet going in, only the best. Entryway's the same way. Getting ready. Coat closet. So we're just gonna do one hanger in it, but man, they got a ton more storage in there if they need. Oh, and then room for another Dyson. One for the top floor and the bottom floor. So here we've got this one here. He does have all the toilets done. He's got to get the wall-hung sink in. We've got this cool wall-hung sink from Signature Hardware. And again, we made the mirrors and stuff. The mirror frames are all the same. This is everything's ready for template. We're ready for template today. This gets quartz up here too. But what I did here is you can see the framing. I built the framing around the bathtub, so it still looks like a pedestal tub when you walk in. But you have a seat if somebody needs to sit up, or they have a place to set stuff next to the tub when you're in it. The worst thing about these is that when a lot of people put them in, all they have is a spout that comes out of the floor and there's nothing around it. And there's no place to get in easily or get out easily or lean. So honestly, this is thinking ahead that if anybody needed to have a handlebar or whatever, this is a great place to mount them now, and you would never notice them. This closet will be put together tomorrow, but I got two stuff hanging on both ends, and these are all shoe racks, so they're made for shoes on both sides. This is all drawers. countertop, and then I've got these cool glass cabinets on the top and some open shelving between them with some more littler drawers for jewelry or, belts or tie clips or scarves or whatever else somebody might have. That should be pretty good. And if this closet wasn't big enough, someone wanted to move winter or summer, you got the closet upstairs that they could switch their clothes if they wanted. Coats and things could always be in another closet. Master bedroom's done. Except for the electrical and the light. Let's come out into the patio. Cool thing is you could walk all around this house. One door leads to another place that goes in another door. You're not going back through the same door you came in. This is facing south, so in the winter when the sun's lower, you'll have really great light in this house. This is a great outdoor patio for eating or for outdoor furniture. We're working on the kitchen right now. I think if you got it, the barbecue's sitting on the master bedroom floor right now until we get the granite in out here. But again, we made custom doors for the same thing, and it will all be finished like that distressed driftwood looking. Little bit different detail. Ben, my painter, he's been doing this a long time. He always gets kind of excited when he figures out what I'm up to. He's a total partner of what we end up with, because I'll show him something or I'll show him a sample of something and how we're going to get here. Because sometimes the samples are just plastic or a picture, and we're in real life trying to create something that might have that similar look. And I call this kind of driftwood looking as the easiest word I can think of how to describe it, as far as the color and the texture and that type. Everything's been sandblasted, so. My buddy Barbara and I, all of us, which bit off this landscaper, all the landscaping here, which is, I'll never sell the landscaper short again. We have like 400 plants we put in. And we brought, I'm guessing, at least 100 yards of really nice topsoil and dirt. And it was all done by hand. And then Tyler, our concrete guy, brought a lot of it in with his little walk-behind tractor and got a lot of the elevations in. But my son John, I think we saw it there earlier, he's heads-on placing all the rock and all the detail, and he put all the bark mulch in carefully around all the plants. And but I'm telling you, these are all young, but man, in 3 years, this front yard's going to be pretty private and just absolutely beautiful. The lawn will go in probably around the middle of the month. This landscaping wraps all the way around this property. Every inch of it was done. The only part we left the little meadow up in the top that I'd mentioned earlier. Somebody could do a garden or storage or whatever they want with it. We got stepping stones around it, some pretty cool plants, totally irrigated. We put extra sprays on the trees just because they're new. Everything's got a place. And here the master bathroom is, out here, back in the house. So in the evenings when we have lighting that's out here, so this all gets lit at night and it glows inside the house. So it's all indirect. So it should be pretty sweet when it's all lit up at night. Well, this is the type of house. Even the banker was here yesterday, and she said that this is a custom house. I said no, it's just a very thought out, thoughtful house, and it could have many things done. Like I had mentioned before, somebody could have another person live upstairs and not be a part of it. But I find of a lot of my clients as they get older, things get a little bit smaller. They're not going as much, and they end up using only 2 or 3 rooms in the house. And sometimes there might even be the kitchen and the dining room and the bedroom, and it's because it's convenient. They're close. But this house is made to use the living area and the bedroom, but it's in the patio. It's all one, so it's beautiful. It's made for beauty and light and a cool place to live is what it's about, let alone the investment. So, but she was kind of, I think she was a little taken back when she saw the landscaping here. And she loved the fence. Everybody loves the fence now. I'm probably going to make a bench that sits out here So somebody, the gardening's a lot of beautiful plants and stuff in here, but there's honestly room for people. They have ornamental things or plants that they absolutely love, and different species. This is a great shaded garden most of the day. So the hostas are going to do excellent out here, and everything we planted is going to do really well. But there's room for some annuals and stuff like that every year for people to kind of put their own signature on things and brighten things up. So, but everything that we had put in is going to come back year after year after year and get bigger and bigger and more lush. One day these are going to be 18 feet tall. You won't even see the house from the back anymore. So. But as I said, you can walk all the way around this place. Well, this landscape is great. I tell you, my friend Barb is the brilliant one here, and I could never have done all this and made it look as beautiful without her. And she's patient with me, and she's taught me a lot. So it's kind of a new era of a new challenge of things that I'm going to do more of in the future. Everyone's worked really hard on this place, so it's taken an army of guys, just putting different talents in here, and from all the rock work, from the excavation to the landscaping to the foundation and all the floors and the siding and the roofing and the gutters and the electrical and the plumbing, heating and cooling. This is going to be really a pretty special place when it's all said and done. Thanks for checking out the John Webbccast. Follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram.